All right, we're in Dan Harlan, and we happen to have an Isengard here on the upper left-hand side, played by TheLastJarl, against Brumby as Lothorian on the bottom right-hand side. Let's see how this one goes. I want to know if we see in-unit value, and I'm curious because this is a tough matchup for Isengard with the rewards change on the Wildman. Specifically, the fact that they provide more power points and they are weaker to pierce, so they have a harder time in the Elven matchups given the archer units. So again, let's see what Jarl does here. If he's going for a 3 furnace and a clan setting or a Uruk pit start, maybe a warg start would work out. Okay, he's going clan setting for Isengard. And we see a fast tracks again for Lothorian. Nifredel Bloom into Garrison and pumping out a Tower Wraith here. Okay. So I think Lothorian right now is able to do a fast racks quite a bit, which is kind of good for them because Lothorian really needs to get their units on the field quite fast in order to defend and get that offensive position in before they kind of get in a position where they get locked in the base. And that's my opinion on that. So I like to see that Lothorian can do that. Because sometimes if the Lothorian player doesn't get units on the field fast enough, they end up spending a little too much time worrying on the defensive element. But Brumby now going for a pike unit. It looks like to creep the word lair here. Okay, yep. I imagine he's definitely going to creep the word layers around the map. But yeah, Brumby popping Horn, so he's definitely gone for Horn as the first pick. But we see Jarl over here with the Vision of the Palantir for the what could be the speed bonus and or just baseline vision that he would acquire from using this. But very different pick because Isengard usually goes with the Krebine for the debuff and general scouting, so that's interesting to me. And Brumby gonna get some nice aggression over here with the Tower Wraith under the influence of Horn. Okay, he's getting comfortable with the creep there. Yeah, so Brumby takes out that furnace. Very nice. Isengard down to 350 CP while Brumby is at 375. And now we see the first archer unit on the field here for Lothorian. And I wonder when okay, so yeah, I was about to ask when the second garrison is going to come in for Lothorian because that's really important for them to be able to keep up with high spam aggression, which notably would be Isengard in this position. And yep. Okay, so he's making another pike unit though, a little bit interesting, rather than making another archer for the defense. Okay, Wildman heading on the northern side. Try to see if maybe Lorien expanded over here. But we see Lorien using their pikes to defend against the Wildman swords additionally. And they have lanterns now, so double arching and protecting that Nifredel Bloom. But Jarl over here with the torch value. Again, we've been seeing a lot of torch gameplay in this particular patch, which is great to see. We haven't seen that in a long time, but I think people are using torches because they understand that Wildmen are just not lasting as long as they used to, so they need to get the optimal value that they can. By Jarl again with Harass on the back end side of Lothorian's base. They're going to get this Malone tree, very cool. And they're probably going to push down this one, but they have to start over again because the Malone becomes a Nifredel Bloom. And Nifredel Bloom becomes a new object, so it heals itself. Ooh. Is he going to try and rush down the racks with the torches? No? Okay, he's probably going to do it to... Interesting. Lantern's done again here. Cool, cool. Okay, so like what we're seeing here so far. Great use of the Lorien defenses. Great timing with acquiring them as well. It's exactly what you want to do here as Lothorian. You want to get them appropriate times, but you don't want to get them when the Malone tree is already too far behind on the health pool. Okay, now we see Jarl mixing in the work pit. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why I call it work lair. Warg Pit. So now we're going to see some Warg Rider gameplay. Very nice. Ooh, but Torch Battalion coming down the northern side of Lorian's base. And Brumby taking his time to creep over here for the additional recovery that he is looking for with the Wildman harass. But we are seeing a screen pasture coming from Lothorian. Now this is good because it's going to force Jarl to make a lot more pikes. He's not going to have the money necessarily maybe for torches like he has been, but he's been having a bit of a free reign moment. Look at that damage against the Nifredel Bloom. Very nice. Cool stuff. I love seeing the interaction with Wildman and torches. But Lothorian 5 points in the bank, 375 CP, and Isengard 5 points in the bank, but 550 CP. So this matchup can go either way, really. It just depends how Isengard plays it, and it depends how Lorien ends up taking advantage of some certain positions that they can find themselves in. But we can see Brumby having a pretty decent unit presence on the field. He's got a group here. He's got a group here. He's got a group here. Excellent stuff. So I imagine we could see Waters and Nimberdell. But I could see Brumby going straight for the Hjorn as well. And I think that's going to be something that we see in this matchup because Isengard tends to really clump their structures tight. Just to protect the furnaces. Ooh, but Jarl's Warg Riders are going to get countered, I think, slightly. Let's take a look. He has the 2nd Battalion RDL. We don't see a 3rd lined up, but we see more Wildmen coming to the mix. So I don't know if he's aware there's a green pasture, but he has to be aware. He saw it when he was leaving, I think. But yeah, now we see Brumby getting into the vibe. He's getting ready to harass. Okay, we have the Nifredel Bloom upgrade there. Now, Jarl's taking a lot of his units over here to contest this 2 battalion control group that Brumby has. And I'm not sure it's the best deal, but let's see what's happening here. Double Warg Riders, and now Lothorian with Rumel are going to push back the Warg Riders very comfortably, I would say. But in addition here, Jarl is going to end up feeding Rumel because cavalry experience is massive. Let's just take a look at that if we can see the interaction. Now Lorien has 10 points in the bank, but it looks like he has not followed through. I'm not sure where Rumel went, but it looks like he is not continuing to kill the wargs. Anyways, Jarl happens to get the storehouse, it looks like. Very good there. Now, if we take a look over here, we have Sharku on the field for Isengard. And that's going to be pretty big with the Warg Riders to give them proper leadership and just support them that way. Now, Isengard is going for the Uruk support here after double clan standing and a Warg Pit. So we're seeing Uruk scouts coming to the mix. I imagine Isengard is going to pull alerts out soon if Uruk scouts are on the field indeed. So let's take a look at the spellbook. Tier 2 pickup is ready here for Isengard. And if I'm not mistaken, this side is... God, I actually forget what side, but it's definitely not Scum of Lugburs. I think it's Industry. I think Palantir leads into Industry. Ooh, the Lorien Tier 1 pikes comfortably get the Warg Riders here. Yikes. I don't think Jarl saw them. They might have been stealth if they're near the trees close enough, but we do see sending the wargs on auto cast. A little bit dangerous to do because that will stop Sharku, and you might not want to do that. But again, 725 CP here for Jarl versus 575 for Brumbies. Yeah, Rumel comfortably sniping. He's got Gifts of Lorien for the slow. That's going to be pretty big, especially against a hero like Alerts. Sending the wargs here is used on the Lorien archers. It doesn't do much damage though, but we'll see what happens. Veterans of Osgiliath trying to clean up a bit better. And we happen to see Wildman on the southern side. Now keep in mind, Lorien is 8 points in the bank here, and Isengard's 4 points. So this is kind of where the Wildmen tend to fall off, I would say, in value, because as the game progresses, certain elements kick into effect. And Isengard needs to really transition out of Wildman. But yeah, we do see Isengard's actually gone for Tainted Land. A good opportunity on their part because they can drop underneath key structures like the racks or the initial farms even. and get a very good moment for harass. But Sharku is at half health here, and he does happen to have armored wolves in the mix here, so he's going to support the Warg Riders even more. Let's just see what Jarl ends up doing with that.
We will fight for Saruman.
Okay, this looks like an opportunity to drop Tainted Land, perhaps. I feel like he could do it comfortably, but we'll have to see. More units coming in down on the southern side. Sharku trying to come in for the support. We have a northern harass group too, mixed with Wildman and scouts. Rumil just kind of coasting around with pikes and archer. Yep, okay. We don't see a level 2 Uruk Pit yet, but we are seeing consistent Warg Rider value in terms of production, so Jarl's looking to really invest in that side of the harass for Isengard. Yeah, now I think Brumby's going to be hit quite hard on the southern point here. And he's getting hit on the northern side additionally, so Jarl has to take advantage of these critical moments that he has lined up for him. Again, 8 points in the bank, 800 CP, or 650 CP, and 12 points in the bank, though. So Lorien is ahead because of the Wildman feed, especially with an archer here on the field. I can see that contributing pretty largely, because they're just going to be permanent. You can't kill them as fast, but ooh, is he going to end up killing Rumil?
Riders of the Knife.
Ooh. Ooh, but the pikes. Ooh, okay. Okay, Rumil gets oh, a little bit of a beefy boy there. Multiple Warg Riders pushing down on, but we don't see Howl active actually. Okay, hold on. And we see Sharku now with his bite. Okay, he's gonna use the bite though. Okay, Rumil dies. Okay. But again, Jarl pushing in here on the northern side, but that group has been contested, and Eagles are now here to defend against Isengard's pushes. Multiple Uruk scouts here. Now I want to see a second Uruk pick come into the mix here with a production bonus to level 2, so that we can see the Isengard elite Uruks coming out. It looks like Jarl's trying to just eliminate the opportunity for Brumby here and destroy the inn.
Our spears will defend the Golden Wood. Sylvan Levy, you're at your call.
And we see the Eagle continuing to go around harassing the furnaces with the duration that's left. And one is looking to counter the Warg Rider packs on the field. Now I do like that because he's splitting the focus of the Eagle, but again, the clump behavior from Jarl is giving Brumby a massive opportunity to, ooh, look at that, Jesus Christ, that's big. That's actually really good. Nice clump opportunity there from Brumby to get some really tight value with the Eagles overall.
Sylvan sentries, here at your order.
Okay, the storehouse is back for Brumby. Yeah, so I think we need to see Jarl splitting the troops up a little bit better, kind of like what Brumby's doing, but I think he's just under a very tough harass moment here from the Thorns. So we got to see how it pans out as the rest of the game continues. But 8 points in the bank after tier 3 pickup, and against Isengard with the tier 3 of Build Me an Army. Very nice. But again, looking at Jarl's spellbook value against the Lorians, it has not been super consistent. Lorien has had good optimization so far with this spellbook, but Jarl has yet to drop Tainted Land. He hasn't really had a good moment, and we could see Build Me an Army dropping later, but not right now clearly because he's very close to CP cap. So he doesn't want to use that yet. I think he wants to. Ooh, okay, hold on. So Isengard does have Lurks. They must have missed when he hit the field. So Lorien now has to be careful because Lurks is here buffing the Uruk-hai gameplay alongside having access to his cripple at level 4. We do see Ugla coming into the mix though. They're very nice.
We are the fighting Uruk-hai.
And it looks like Jarl is trying to continue to push. And we hear Build Me an Army go off. Interesting choice. I think he's expecting to lose units though. We see the Rumil Kuthalion slow coming into the mix, but will the pikes be able to catch it? Yeah, okay, so they do get the cavalry-based hero. Very nice. That's usually a hit or miss with Kuthalion being a 75% slow now because the deceleration doesn't kick in until like 2 to 3 seconds after it was used. So you never really know what kind of value you might get against a mounted hero. 625 CP, 900 CP for Isengard. Lorien is 5 points ahead, so doing quite well, but I think Jarl's still using Wildman a little bit carelessly. I think I would have just completely stopped making Wildman at this point because he has the Uruk opportunity. But where did he actually put Build Me an Army? That's the question. Oh, he put a front line in center. Okay. It does have more health now than it did before in previous patches, so it works out. It checks out. Leader of the Hunt being autocast. I'm actually not sure if it really ever seen this work for the tracking of an enemy hero. That's something I'm always wondering about. The Ugluk over here harassing comfortably with the Urukai. Okay. So I wonder if Jarl is going to go for upgrades anytime, because that would be pretty big for him. But yeah, he's actually got a level 2 Uruk pit now, and he's getting a second one now to continue the flow. He's trying to take out this inn again, and I think that might be a little bit of a waste of time right now because he needs to focus on the main fights. And he used Ugluk's War Medicine, or Orcish Medicine, whatever it's called. I can't find him to actually read it. So forgive me on that. Alright, Wargrider battalions for the harass. Still very good opportunities there by Jarl. Oh, this could be big. If Brumby pops a lantern, this is going to be pretty big against Jarl right now. Oh, okay, so he ends up losing 2 Urukai warriors with the heavy armor from Build Me an Army. Actually, he gets out comfortably. Never mind, I thought it was going to be much worse. Hunt for the Ring is now active from Ugluk. Very cool. So it's 15% speed bonus, 50% experience, resistance to fear and terror. So like at this point, Lantern Stun will not actually complicate things for Jarl either. But what did he pull out of here? Shaku's chilling. He's back at the base. He's upgrading this pit to level 2. We are seeing this on Urukai warriors at this time. Now let's see what's happening in the center. Tainted Land dropped here on a pretty critical choke point on Man Harlan. So this is something that you really want to try and work around. But I like what we're seeing here. He's got the Urukai transition smoothed out. He gets this Malthorn tree. Very cool. 15 points in the bank now for Isengard. 950 CP mixed with 750 for Lorien with 20 coming up. And he's going to be leading into Mist of Lothlorien. Ooh, but Celeborn's out. Okay. So where is Lurtz? Where is Lurtz right now if Celeborn's on the field? Lurtz definitely didn't die, did he? I don't think he died, but I just don't see where Lurtz would be on the map. Okay. Interesting. So now, okay, we have Gifts of Lorien here applied to Celeborn's Lord of the Galadrim for the additional 33% armor passive. And if we take a look here, yeah, I guess Lurtz must have died somewhere. Interesting. I didn't see him die. Nope, he's right there. Maybe he just came back. I don't know. Okay, but anyways, Lurtz is here. He's not level 4, so Brumby is very lucky that Lurtz does not have a cripple just yet, but he's very close to it. And Brumby expanding very well here as Lothlorien, making sure he keeps that command point at cap as much as he can during these engagements. Ooh, but Celeborn going in here.
Sentinels of Karen Amroth will protect this land.
Celeborn going in. Now, they're going to shoot down the Sentinels of Karen Amroth, and we do see Lurtz now at level 4. So he's got the access to cripple. Ugla coming in on the sideline here, but Sharku over here on the northern side. Okay, very cool. I like what Jarl's doing. We're seeing, ooh, Brumby's missed a Lothorian though. Okay. It's not gonna kill the Uruks, I would say. But if he did happen to have like a Hunt for the Ring, that'd be pretty good because he gets the speed buff. And now he comfortably gets out of Mist of Lothorian. Okay. So that Lurtz leadership really came in comfortably, I would say, with the armor bonus. Celeborn is level 3 now. He's getting very close to Cunning Warrior. Yeah, but he is half health. So again, Jarl needs to use the cripple right now, I would say, on Celeborn to try and secure his opportunity to kill. And he ends up casting Hunt. Yeah, he ends up casting Leader of the Hunt on Celeborn instead because of the auto cast behavior there. So, oh, okay, but he's going for Siege Works. Nice. Okay, so he's kind of getting tired of possibly losing this opportunity of a game to Lothorian because they just happen to work around their base right now. But I think he just wants to close the game with Siege. Although that might be tricky because we got March Warrens on the field. We have some Sentinels of Karen Amroth. We have Celeborn. He has the level 3 garrison with a level 2. He's 2 points away from a tier 4. Oh, but Brumby has Eagles off cooldown as well right now. Okay. So if Jarl's... I could see Lothorian coming in very hot and heavy here. Now they even have a Haldir in the mix coming in. So this is going to depend, I think, on how Jarl uses Lurtz. Because if... Ooh, no. Oh, dude, that's... Okay, but they're on top of Tainted Land. They're going to get a comfortable armor and damage bonus. So I can see this working out pretty well, but now he's using Vision of the Land here just to balance. Oh, man. Okay, so Brumby's going to end up getting out of this what would have been a very dangerous position. Because he timed the Eagles properly, he ended up doing this, he did that. But again, the Lurtz cripple was not effectively used well, but Ugluk is going down. Okay, very tight. So Ugluk goes down, Isengard's army ends up getting squashed by the Eagle summon of Lothorian. Oh man, Jarl's in a very tight position here, especially because this forward siege works is just so close to what would have been a different fight had Celeborn been crippled and the Eagles not been off cooldown there. Let's take a look here though. Does Jarl have upgrades anywhere? So where's... I feel like I'm missing Lurtz a lot. Oh, Rathaka Hadris. Ooh, Rathaka Hadris kills Lorien's heroes, and now Celeborn's going down. Oh man. Okay, very nice interactions there. So Celeborn gets killed definitely. Brumby loses all of his Lorien heroes. He loses his army that was left. Ooh. Okay, very nicely played there, Jarl. Very nice. And we see Ballistas coming out now, so Isengard definitely has the opportunity here to close. But I think one Ballista is focusing the garrison, while the others... Maybe not? No, they're both focusing the fortress. Okay. Idril here on the front lines, trying to get some splash value. Tainted Land, very nice. You know what's interesting? Is that Cripple and Leader of the Hunt. I've said this before, but I don't think it's a good idea at all to auto-cast both. Because I think they end up interfering with the other one about when it would get casted. But I think I really think it would just like... I just think it's not a good idea to cast. But now we see the cripple going off here on Idril. So he's going to get the kill on Idril. Cool. Nice stuff right there. Build me an army on the very front line here for Jarl. And Brumby's fortress going down. This was a pretty good game. A great Isengard Lorien game. We saw some different Lorien plays there. A little bit different behavior than normal. But I liked Brumby's fast reactions to the match, and I liked Jarl's decision making overall here. So nicely played.